You've probably been looking all over YouTube or Instagram on how to get started trading because you feel ready to throw your first $1,000 into the market. But there's a few things I need to let you guys know so that way you guys can trade and scale your current trading account the best way possible. What's up, guys? AV Trades here, back with another video on how to trade and scale your small account. So you finally feel ready to throw your first $1,000 into the trading markets, right? There's a few things that I need you guys to keep in mind, and I'm going to start with the very first basic one, right? So I would suggest you guys to start with a demo account. So that way you guys can familiarize yourself with the platform, how to enter trades, close trades, edit trades, put stop losses, take profits, so on and so forth, add different trades to your watch list, just so you can familiarize yourself literally with the platform. So that way, when you do have your own capital in there, you're not lost and literally losing trades due to the fact that you just don't know your way around the platform. It's happened to me. It's happened to a bunch of other traders where we hop into this platform that we have no idea on with our real money, and then we end up losing money because we're currently floating in a trade. We don't know how to edit it. We don't know how to close it. So I will suggest you guys to start with a demo account, whatever platform it is that you guys are going to be trading on. So that way you guys can literally familiarize yourself with it and not make those rookie mistakes. Now, this video is mainly for people that are already familiarized with trading and are ready to take that step to finally start trading their own capital. If you guys would like to see a more beginner-friendly guide, please let me know in the comments below, and I'll make sure to get started on that ASAP for you guys. That brings us to point number 2. Risk. That is the most important thing with your first small account. Let's say $1,000, right? So you need to identify what risk are you comfortable with risking, right? So most people will tell you to go based on percentages. I do not suggest that because percentages are more in the case of you having a larger capital, such as 6-figure capital or 7-figure capital, right? Because let's say you do have $1,000, right? And most people tell you you'll risk 1 or 2%. Well, 2% of $1,000 is $20, which realistically, it's not really going to get you that far. So I'll go based on just look at it in a money perspective. So if you have $1,000, I'm comfortable with risking, let's say $50, right? Because if you do end up losing that $50, well, you still have $950 more to go. So it's not like you're blowing your entire account on one setup, right? And now that brings us to point number 2. You need to identify as well what type of trader you are. Like, do you want to be a swing trader? Do you want to be a day trader? So the difference between both is a swing trader will hold trades for multiple days or probably even weeks at a time. Meanwhile, a day trader will just come into the markets every single day and trade for about an hour or two max, or a few hours more or less. That's where the whole day trading terminology comes from, because you're literally closing out that trade within that span of that day trade, right? So for those that don't know, the markets are open about almost 24 hours. I'll say 23 because they do close for 1 hour at 5 p.m. until 6. So that way it only makes basically 23 hours, then you can trade. Now, with that being said, it brings us to point number 4, right? So you guys need to identify daily goals. So when you first start your first trading account, right, you're going to have greed and you're going to basically just want to trade for fun. So you will want to be in front of the charts all the time and literally think that you could catch every single setup. I've been there myself too. And that is not the case. So something that helped me in my early stages of my career was I set daily goals by identifying what bills I wanted to pay with trading money at the end of the month. So I didn't grab all my bills basically and added them up together because it would have been too much for me back then. But I grabbed 3 to 4 small bills. So like your phone bill, your Wi-Fi bill, could be your light bill, whatever bills. Let's say they add up to $200, for example, right? Well, there's 20 trading days within a month. Now, if you know you got to make 200 to pay those bills at the end of the month, well, you grab that 200 divided by 20 trading days, and it will give you a number that you have to make every single day. In this case, for the sample, it will be $10 a day, because $10 a day times 20 days is 200. So once you hit that $10 a day, you already know in the top of your head, okay, I need to close this trade, right? Like I either need to close this trade or set my stops to a point where even if price reverses, it takes me out and I close that amount of profit for the day. So that way, before you realize at the end of the month, you're literally paying a few bills with trading money. And that's how you start to see that profitability, because it starts scaling from that point on. And it removes the greed factor, because now you're not just trading for fun and not understanding when to get out of a trade or when to call it a day. Because most people are going to fall into the revenge trading wave, right? So you lose a trade, let's say, and now you want to keep chasing it. And before you know it, you're going to end up losing more than you gain, because even by the time that win does come, you already lost so much that the win doesn't really mean anything. So that factor right there will literally remove the greed and give you guys literally a goal that you are fighting for every single day or chasing every single day. So if you guys are already probably getting started in trading or probably have already gotten started, well, I have a chat that I literally have made affordable for absolutely everybody, so there's no excuse, called the 86th floor, where I send daily breakdowns, daily trade ideas, and I do a weekly webinar with the students going over trades that we took throughout that week and future trades that we are going to be looking at for next week as well. So if that's something you guys are interested on, make sure you guys check the link down below in the description box, and I'll see you guys soon. And that brings us to the last point on this video is you're finally starting to see all those small wins add up and you're starting to get a little cocky and you want to risk more on that account that you're currently building. Well, I would suggest you look into the funded route, because simply it's much better to just trade somebody else's capital instead of putting your small account at risk. So I would suggest you guys check out Level Up Traders, where you got the best conditions, real funds, and on top of that, once you're a funded trader, you could request daily payouts as well, which then you could grab those payouts and fund your personal account and have a much larger personal trading account as well. So if you guys found this video helpful, make sure you guys leave a like, a comment, subscribe as well, because in the next upcoming episode of this series, we are going to be taking a challenge ourselves. So I will be taking a $1,000 account and seeing what potentially I could do with it, applying the same tips that I gave you guys in this video. So stay tuned for that, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.